Well, hello everybody and welcome back to Boro Bs channel. And man, oh man, what a night of Champions League football last night. Kylian Mbappe has announced himself as if he didn't already. Man, the man has already won a World Cup. The young lad is the generational talent of our era, for sure. If you're talking about someone to take over Messi and Ronaldo, it's just him and him alone. Everybody else, they're talented. They have a good future for certain, but he is the man. He's the guy that's basically he is the heir apparent or the heir to Messi and Ronaldo, and he's shown it. He's shown it again last night. What a performance! The way he danced through Langley and Gerard Piqué, sending them back to their wives, back at home. Incredible stuff from Kylian Mbappe. His conversion ratio, absolutely incredible. Even the chances that he didn't convert were on target. He hardly had a shot off target, which is incredible. Think about it. Like, I see strikers every week miss fluff chance after chance after chance. So many teams do. But Kylian Mbappe is not one of those guys. At 22, his composure is incredible. And it just shows where PSG are. What a healthy squad they have. Yes, they have some issues, but on the whole, they have one of the very best squads in Europe. Absolutely. In their prime. Now I'm going to get to Barca, and then I'm going to get to Madrid as well, because I want to talk about La Liga. But let's talk about PSG and their chances. They have a chance for sure. Everybody's in their prime. Verratti is, I think, 29. Di Maria is slightly after his prime, I guess you could say, 31, 32. Mbappe, obviously, very young. Neymar is 28. Draxler, 26, 27. Icardi, 28. Everybody, 27. Everybody's in their prime, man. And this is a team that's built not just for this season, but for the next 2, 3, 4 years to win the Champions League. And for sure, that ties me straight to why would Kylian Mbappe honestly leave PSG right now? I know his contract is coming up at 2023, and I honestly think that he is more likely to sign with PSG than go to Madrid. I honestly think so. I think PSG now are primed to compete for the Champions League for the next 3 to 4 years. Real Madrid are going to have to go through a rebuilding phase. And with Barcelona, just to get back to Barcelona, obviously we know, well, before I get to Barcelona, thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't already, please do leave a like on this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you're new. And tell me what you think about Kylian Mbappe. What do you think about his future? What do you think about Paris's chances in the Champions League? Let me know in the comment section. Anyways, let's get to it, man. Barcelona, we knew about Barcelona. They're going to go through a transition. They're playing younger players. None of these guys are ready. Serginho Dest had a very difficult day. Ousmane Dembele has shown again why he's not good enough at this level. He's probably have to move away from Barcelona, in my opinion. But on the wages he is, no one's going to try to buy him, and that's the problem with Barca and Madrid. They have a lot of players on extreme wages that they cannot just get rid of because of COVID. No club will pay those wages to these guys. And how is Real Madrid honestly going to afford Mbappe? They 2 years ago they took a 575 million euro loan for their new to remodel their stadium, which from 2023 I think they have to pay 29 million euros every season until 2049. So that's basically that's guaranteed money that they have to pay. The new stadium was gonna bring in 1 billion euros a year, I believe, and because of the coronavirus, the pandemic, it has changed everything. The new stadium redevelopment is still happening, but there's no guarantees of when fans will get back into the stadium. And more importantly, for Real Madrid to afford Mbappe, they are going to have to offload the deadwood. Now, when I say deadwood, a lot of these players have had fantastic careers, including my boy Eden. They've all had great careers, but I'm just talking about their productivity level and their age and basically where they are in their careers. And how are they going to offload these talents? The likes of Gareth Bale. Let's look at their salaries. Thibaut Courtois, he's not deadwood. He's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. 150k a week. I'm looking at Eden Hazard here. 416,000 pounds a week. Gareth Bale, 300,000 pounds a week. Players like Tony Cruz is 210,000. Tony Cruz not really dead wood. He's 31. He can still go. Luka Modric, a great player, great server, and what a player, but 210,000 pounds a week. Sergio Ramos, now he might be leaving, 312,000 pounds a week, and that could be a sign as to why they're not trying to sign him, because simply they probably can't afford him. And he obviously at this age he'll want something similar. He won't want to take a massive pay cut. So there are a lot of players here who are on big contracts, and their market value is decreasing because of their age. To offload a lot of these players is an impossible task. It's a very difficult task. A lot of them will leave on free, like Ramos is going to leave on free, which does nothing for Madrid, because they're losing a dressing room leader and someone who is an absolutely essential part of what they've achieved. He's the man. He's been one of the best center backs, if not the best center back in the world for the last 10 years. And suddenly now they're in a position where they have to lose him. So Kylian Mbappe's base salary, I believe, is something around 21 million. And if he's to get a new contract, he will probably get what Neymar's getting, and that is 37 million. So that would be, I think, I'm not good with my maths here, but something around 400,000 pounds a week, 500,000 pounds a week. There is no way that Real Madrid right now can afford to pay Kylian Mbappe that level of wage. Kylian Mbappe will have to take a pay cut to come to Madrid. And how is he going to come to Madrid? Like, Real Madrid are going to still have to pay 150 million euros at the very least to get him, if he doesn't sign a new contract. And his new quotes, as you can see, tells us that it's likely that he stays. I'm not saying he'll never go to Madrid. I think there's a big possibility down the line, another 3 years from now, he might go to Madrid. But I think him and Kylian and his group of people are definitely thinking about this very carefully. I think staying in Paris for another 3 years doesn't hurt him. It actually improves his chances of winning the Champions League, because I'm telling you now, both Madrid and Barca will have to take a back seat to the Premier League clubs, to Paris, to Bayern, to even Juventus, because they will be having to rebuild. They will have to. Real Madrid don't have the money now to fund another Galactico project. I'm sure that was the plan for Perez, but right now they don't have the money because of the stadium loan, because of how much money they are committed to players now who are no longer productive as they once used to be. So now they're going to have to trust the youth, and they're going to have to spend a couple of seasons promoting the youth players that they have. They have a good collection of young players, they do. The problem is they never seem to get enough of a chance, because at Real Madrid you're expected to win every week, and it's very difficult to do that with young players. But they'll have to do it, because Zizou is the kind of manager who, his success came from a team that was built for success, team in their prime essentially. He's not someone who has a track record of working with younger players. In fact, this season proves that he actually doesn't give the young players as much a chance as someone else would. For example, like a Nagelsmann, who Nagelsmann completely relies on younger players. So Real Madrid will have to take a backseat and accept that they perhaps will not win the Champions League for the next 2, 3, 4 years. And why would, in that situation, Kylian Mbappe go to Real Madrid? Because at Paris he has everything. Paris are going to probably offer Messi a contract in the summer. The pandemic doesn't seem to affect them. So I don't know how they're going to manage it financial fair play wise, but I think they'll let go of a few players like Icardi, but they can definitely afford Messi. And if they can track Messi and then some, why would Mbappe leave? Mbappe will have the time to prove himself at Madrid in the future, in 2-3 years from now, when Messi is done. I think staying at Paris is the logical thing for Mbappe to do, and I think he will. I honestly think at least in the short term he'll stay. I'm not saying Real Madrid will. Again, if Real Madrid fans are getting upset by this, I'm not saying he will never sign for Real Madrid. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he might have to wait until he signs a contract for Paris now, and then this contract runs out. So let's say 2025, 2026. Around 2024, 2025. There's a big possibility that when he's around 25, 26, that Real Madrid could sign him. But it could be the next contract, because right now, for me, what I've seen from Paris, the team that they have, everybody's in their prime. Everybody's in their prime. Everybody's on contracts that are not going to run out, and they're primed to win now. Like, the expectation when you look at that team is win the Champions League this season. And when you look at Real Madrid, you think maybe they don't really have a chance, do they? Like, they have a chance because they're Real Madrid, but they don't have a chance in terms of their squad. It is So many players are in their 30s. A lot of them are past their best. They've got some good young players, but those young players are not at that level yet. Likes of Valverde, likes of Odriozola, likes of Odegaard. Well, Odegaard's not there anymore, but Asensio, Mendy, these guys, Militao, but they're not there yet. They'll get there. I think they'll eventually get there, but they'll take time. And it's a feeling out process. And until that feeling out process is complete, I think Mbappe stays where he's like his quote kind of tells me that he's not gonna leave. And I think Madrid will have to take a back seat. That doesn't mean they won't win anything. I think they can still probably have enough, not this season, but in the coming seasons, to challenge for La Liga. They'll have enough young talent that they can develop and make into stars in a few years, so that they can either sell off or integrate them into the first team on a permanent basis. But yeah, it's been eating up at me, I guess you could say, and a lot of my friends are saying, oh well, they'll just sell Bale and Hazard off to China. China don't have money right now. It's the Corona season. No one has money. No clubs have money to spend. The rumors are they're gonna sign Alaba, and Alaba is also linked with Chelsea. He's asking for astronomical wages. So basically, the wages that they were paying Ramos, they'll pay to Alaba, which I don't know if it's good business. Honestly, I don't. At 29, at this age, are you gonna commit such a big contract to a guy that will soon be past his best? I'm not sure. I don't think if that's the logic. I don't think that's the right thing to do, honestly, because if we want a future with the likes of Haaland, Mbappe, and these guys, then they're gonna have to promote the youth, give them a chance, then sell them off, and then or introduce them, and when the stadium sells out and there is fans every week, and then they get that the influx of revenue that comes from that, then they can buy Mbappe, then they can attract other top-notch talent. But that's gonna be 2-3 years from now. In the short term, they're going to have to struggle. They're going to have to suffer. And I'm very curious to see how. I know Twitter, Mbappe was trending on Twitter because of his performance, and a lot of Madrid fans as well really want him to come. I don't know how they're going to. It's not feasible right now. It's not feasible. And let's see what happens. How are they going to get Gareth Bale off his contract? Let's see how they do that. There's a lot of players on a lot of big contracts. Like Lucas Vazquez on £115,000 a week. He's a good player, but he's not worth that kind of money. Maybe 40-50k a week. A crucial part of Zidane's system, let's be fair, and a great squad player, and has achieved a lot in his career. But they're gonna have to move away from all these guys and find room for the likes of, to make, let's say, buy Mbappe and then buy a group of players around him. That's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. Mbappe's value is 180 million, right? And even if he has 1 year left on his contract, they're going to ask 150 million for him. His wages are going to be around 400 to 500,000 pounds a week. It doesn't seem like a possible deal for me. I think Haaland is more realistic. Haaland is something they can afford. I think Haaland is something they can manage, and maybe they'll look to that, because also they have Odegaard, who is on loan at Arsenal. I'm guessing he's still a part of their plans. He's Norwegian, and he's good friends with Haaland, so he can have a word with Haaland. Maybe the way to go forward is Haaland, if they want to be financially stable, at least in the short term. So we'll see what happens to Real Madrid. But what a performance by Kylian Mbappe. His future is a big topic right now, and from his words, it seems like he will, at least for another few years, stay in Paris. And for Barca, it's been, well, I feel sorry for Messi. Can any Barca fan honestly blame Messi if he wants to leave? I don't think he can, because Messi has a few years left in his prime, let's say 3 or 4 years. He wants to can you blame him for trying to maximize and win a couple of more Champions League trophies? He wants to be the GOAT, and if you want to be the GOAT, you have to just win as many trophies as you can. And going to Paris means he automatically wins the French league. He has a great chance of not only winning the Champions League, but going on a back-to-back. Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, and with the team they have a good team, a good solid midfielder like Verratti, Paredes, Idrissa Gueye, solid guys, solid midfield players. We know what they have in defense. They have Kyler Navas at the back. They have a good team. Pochettino is his national compatriot. Icardi is his compatriot as well. I know Icardi is probably not friends with Icardi. Icardi might have to be moved on, but I think Paris seems like the most logical decision. Man City for me, if I was Man City, I would be going for someone like Holland. Cause that's go for a younger guy. Man City have a perfect system. Messi is something that would break. They don't do that. They don't go for players who are veterans. Man City have a very logical way of thinking. From what I've seen, they have a very logical way of buying players. They don't buy players who are old or who you don't know. Even if they've been had amazing careers, they won't waste money on them just because they think they can give them a couple of years. They buy players for the long term, and I think that's what they're going to look at. The targets that are linked with Man City are Joao Felix, Lukaku, Haaland, these kind of guys. Lukaku is 27, Haaland is very young, 20 or something. Joao Felix is 22. I think Lautaro Martinez is the other one. Those are the kind of profile that Man City are looking at, and I think that's more realistic. Messi is something that for me has got Paris written all over it. Paris can afford his wages, and Paris really are desperate to win the Champions League. They want to win the Champions League, and once they win the Champions League, they'll want to win it again. Trust me, because I just think they have the talent, and they'll try and make sure they keep Mbappe. That's how they're doing it. I think they're telling Mbappe that they're going to get Messi, and Mbappe's head is somewhat turned, and I think Mbappe will consider staying. Anyways, guys, this was just a small video, well, a little longer than small, to talk about Mbappe, his future, how good he is, how good Paris is right now, where Barca are, and why Madrid might have problems attracting Mbappe to Madrid right now. So, anyway, guys, I'll get back to you guys. Chelsea are going to play Southampton, and I'm looking forward to it. We played well against Newcastle. We won 2-0. Timo Werner scored. Olivier Giroud scored. Tammy Abraham got injured. Hopefully, it doesn't seem like it's serious. So I'm going to get back for the Southampton game, yeah, man. And then thank you for tuning in. It's just just my thoughts about the whole situation with Mbappe and everything. I will see you guys after the Chelsea game. Until then.